Hey there folks, my name is Daizoren, and welcome to another episode of MarviDaiz, MonDaiz, whatever you want to call it. And joined, as always, my good friend Marv. Hey Marv.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing alright, how are you?
Good. I feel warm and fuzzy inside. This is our eighth episode now?
Is it? Are we?
Together?
Wow.
Yeah.
Already to 8. Okay.
We are rocking it, yeah.
Hey, it's been going pretty well. So, okay, so first things first, before we get to news, I want to let all of you guys know about something pretty awesome. Now, this is like 80% chance right now, 85%. I could push it, maybe say even 90% chance that this is going to happen, but it looks like Daizoren, myself here, will be going and attending IndyPopCon this month. If you guys are aware of IndyPopCon, it's going to be going on Friday, June 26th, 27th, and 28th. IndyPopCon is in Indianapolis, Indiana. So if you guys are in that area and you want to do a fan meetup or something, I don't know how many fans I have in that area, but if it's possible, or if you're going to be at IndyPopCon, I will be there on Saturday, the 27th. So if you guys will be around, I will be around the convention floor, you know, checking things out and hopefully getting into the panel to see some other Let's Players / YouTubers. I know Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, possibly Bob and Wade are all going to be there, so I'm hoping to get a chance to meet them, and hopefully if you guys are going to be in the area, maybe you get to meet some of you guys. That would be awesome. So I thought I would let you guys know that as of right now, it's like 80% chance. I just have to make sure that I have my schedule free from work, but it looks like that will be happening. So it's my first convention too. Yay!
Oh yeah, you're gonna love it, dude.
I'm so excited. Like I can't wait. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So
it's sweet.
It's basically like IndyPopCon stands for Indianapolis Popular Culture and Comic Con. So I'm super excited to see what all they have there. But let me know in the comments if you guys are going to be in that area or if you're going to be heading to IndyPopCon. Let me know, and I will probably be doing updates like on Twitter or on my Facebook page, probably more likely. But follow both of those things, and you'll probably know where I'm at. So anyway, so that's a little bit of the personal news out of the way. Now we got some pretty big stuff to talk about this week. Both for MonDaiz and for Chit Chat Tuesdays. So it's kind of a good week for us. So on MonDaiz end here, we're going to be talking about the latest news from YouTube, and that YouTube gaming is going to be coming this summer. And for those of you who don't know what that is, basically YouTube is going to be making a service that's going to be specifically garnered towards gaming. So it's going to be like, I mean, let's be honest, a lot of YouTube revolves around gaming nowadays. So the idea is to make an entire platform dedicated to it. So it's kind of meant to compete against Twitch, because I think they're going to be having live streaming services, right?
Yes, yeah.
So they'll be having live streaming services. It's going to be its own separate website. Basically, it's just gaming.youtube.com. So it's going to be like all towards gaming stuff, and like they've tweaked their search engine so that whenever you look something up, it'll look it up specifically in the gaming realm. So it looks like it's going to be really cool. I'm very excited to see like how it's all going to like work together, because they have like an app they're getting ready as alongside of the website, and I'm also kind of interested in what it's going to do for our channels, because if people are going to YouTube gaming, this is just a personal idea or thought, I think it's possible that it may help a lot of the smaller channels maybe get a little more exposure because it'll be a dedicated site for it.
Yeah. Maybe.
I mean, what do you think about this, Marv?
Yeah, I'm really excited for it, and one of the things that popped into my head, I'll talk about in a second. This, I think, in terms of, from what I've read, I think like Twitch, in terms of how you can search for like a game, there'd be like an area where you can look at that game, and then you can see all the people that are streaming it, or the videos linked to that.
Right.
So I think, like you just said, in terms of like smaller channels, that might kind of hopefully give them a bit more spotlight. I guess.
It might give better exposure for some of those. Maybe if there's a specific game you've been looking for or something, and you want to try and find something for it, and it might not maybe be as popular. You can find that a lot more easily, I think, than just looking through all of YouTube. You can look through gaming specific. But
it looks cool. Like, I think they've got the right idea. Obviously, it's going to compete with Twitch and other sort of live streaming services. One of the things that just literally popped into my head before we started was, so this is going to be a different website. It's going to be separate to youtube.com. This is going to be, was it youtube.gaming? Or
it's gaming.youtube.com.
Gaming.youtube. So in terms of what we currently have in terms of our channels, is it a case that will migrate, or are you going to have to sign up, start a new channel, and start from scratch?
I don't think they're going to have you start from scratch, but I could see it probably working both ways. They might do a thing where, because like nowadays, like with for example my channel, if you look up youtube.com/Daizoren game, or if you look up youtube.com/c/Daizoren gaming, you'll get the same channel, so they'll get the same page. So I'm wondering if what they'll do is, instead of having that, basically you could just put gaming.youtube.com/ whatever the username is, and it would still work the same way. It'll just direct you to it. I don't think they're going to have you have an entirely different, because it's still using the same domain. It's just a separate section of it, I guess, that's a dedicated section. I would hope that they wouldn't have you start a whole new channel.
The thought just hit me as we sort of start to record.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that way. I hope not, but I guess we won't really know until it hits. But yeah, it's from what it seems like, it's just going to be a way for gamers on YouTube to be able to have an all-encompassing avenue to do anything they want. So if you do videos a day like I do, then you're good. If you do live streaming, which you do more of that nowadays than I do, then you got it there too. So it's kind of like just trying to get it all together in one place. Now, what do you think about this competing? Like, what do you think is going to happen with Twitch?
I don't know. Like, until we kind of see how it kicks off, I don't think Twitch have got much to worry about, really. Obviously, YouTube's massive, and it's a monster of a site, and now that they're going to branch out and do this specific gaming site, they're starting from scratch in essence in terms of where Twitch were years ago. And I think that Twitch has got such a kind of following and a lot of users over there, and people with who are sort of Twitch partners. I still think Twitch is going to be fine. I think it's just going to be
just a different avenue,
healthy competition. I really hope that Twitch doesn't sort of go down the pan, because competition is good.
I mean, and we've seen like Google try and get into other realms, like Google Plus. Let's look at Google Plus, for example. I mean, it didn't take down Facebook in any way. So so it's possible that it might just be a smaller section that kind of like Google Plus, that a small percentage of people use. It might just be a healthy competitor to Twitch, and both will have their own specific things that they do well. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I do think having a gaming section that is tied to YouTube itself, I think is going to make it a much more appealing place, because you can have both your normal uploads and your live streams in one place. And I know Twitch will allow you to do like highlights and stuff, but they won't let you do like uploads like YouTube does. So I can see that being a pro towards YouTube gaming. I'm not against Twitch. I love Twitch, and I've always been a fan of their platform, and they've done a great job to try and get things like 60 frames a second like becoming a norm, and like they've always been kind of ahead of the curve, I think, with a lot of stuff they've done. But this will definitely be an interesting competition. Not to mention, didn't Google try and buy Twitch not too long ago?
Yeah, I think that a lot of people at the time thought that it was a done deal, because like the rumors were so heavy, and then there was like,
and then out of nowhere, what was it, Amazon?
Yeah, it was Amazon. Yeah, $1 billion.
So I think that probably, when Google was looking at it, they were probably already looking at doing something like this, and that was like they were going to get Twitch and kind of like try and maybe get Twitch put into it. and have their programming and stuff put into the YouTube gaming section. But
yeah,
I guess we'll find out to see if they have been able to do it on their own. I mean, knowing Google, they're a massive company, so I guess we'll see if they did it right. I don't doubt that they're going to do something right with it, but hopefully it's not like a Google Plus clusterfuck like before.
Yeah, you would think they've learned.
Let's hope.
Two other things I've just thought of.
Yeah.
So in terms of, you remember the whole copyright apocalypse?
Yes.
So maybe now having a sort of segregated or separate kind of gaming specific site, maybe that's going to help them kind of with that sort of issue, and like and publishers and indie devs and and the content creators with that kind of copyright ID situation. Maybe that's
right. Maybe
that's going to streamline that sort of
maybe
problem.
by having a separate a separate section for gaming specific stuff. Maybe they'll be able to better monitor how copyright is used with gaming. That could very well happen. Yeah, because I know it's been a pain. Well, it's not always a pain, but it can be a pain sometimes trying to keep that stuff working out okay. You have one little snippet of a song or something in a game or in a video, and then your entire video's done for or whatever. I just recently, for example, I uploaded a GTA 5 video. You guys haven't seen it yet, but it will be going up soon, ish. But anyway, there was a section in it where you can go to the theater in GTA and watch a movie. So I left that in because it was just it was done in engine and just looks like a game, video. But yeah, it got blocked in all countries. So I was just like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna cut this entire section out, and just took a 20-minute video down to 7 minutes. So oh well. But yeah, maybe they can better monitor that kind of stuff, hopefully.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and the other thought I've just had, as you were saying, how obviously Twitch doesn't have the upload feature. Maybe they'll look at it and be like, "Oh, fuck you, YouTube! Come and upload videos."
Yep.
Maybe they'll start doing that. You never know.
Right. I mean, it's interesting, and I know Twitch has the ability, both Twitch and YouTube have the ability to pay to subscribe or pay to be a follower of a page.
Yeah.
I feel like Twitch does a much better job with the pay to get to follow than YouTube does. Both of them are completely by choice, but I feel like more people seem to pay on Twitch than with YouTube, than it would happen with YouTube. But I don't know, maybe they'll do something similar where it's oh, you can pay to get subscribed to this channel, and the people who pay paid subscriptions will get added content or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I know you can do paid subscriber live streams with Twitch or something like that. So
yeah, it's
specific just to the paid people or something like that. Something along those lines. I don't remember. I'm not that involved with Twitch, so I don't really know a whole lot about it. But it's gonna be interesting. I'm excited to see where it goes, what happens, and kind of the competition it brings. And we all know that competition breeds innovation. So it's overall a good thing, because then it's going to push Twitch to try and be more innovative and make more things that will appeal to people to come back over to Twitch. So I guess we'll just have to see. So so anyway, that's the news that we're going to be talking about on this part of the vlogs. On Chit Chat Tuesdays, we will be talking about the Oculus reveal and everything that came with that. So if you guys want to see that, it'll be coming out tomorrow over on Marv's channel. Now, as far as the next segment, usually we do 20 questions. We were thinking, well, I was thinking, and I didn't really clear it yes or no with Marv yet, but we were thinking maybe possibly doing some E3 predictions, possibly? Maybe? Or do you want to just do 20 questions?
In what kind of, with E3 predictions, to just kind of talk about them, or
how about what would you like to see at E3? E3 starts actually tomorrow, doesn't it? Yeah, Monday, tomorrow. Okay, so yeah, so as of the time this goes up, E3 will already be starting. It will have already started. So at this point, I think Microsoft and EA probably have already gone by. But we're gonna give predictions, since this is a record a day before, and we'll see what we can predict. So the press conferences that are gonna be happening, we have Bethesda, Microsoft, EA, Ubisoft, Sony, Nintendo, Square Enix. Yeah, those are the big ones. Bethesda, Microsoft, EA, Ubisoft, Sony, Nintendo, and Square Enix. So, Marv, what would you like to see from these companies for E3?
From Sony, I played it and I loved it, and it's been a few years since then. So, would they pull a Last of Us 2 out of their pockets? I don't know. I would love to see that.
That would be interesting. I would, with Sony, I think they're going to probably push Morpheus a little harder this year, just because of the Oculus Rift announcement. So they'll probably push Morpheus and probably show off some of that stuff. From Sony, though, I think the biggest thing that a lot of people want, and what I would like to see, is The Last Guardian. Do you know anything about The Last Guardian?
I haven't played it, no. So
well, it's never been released, so that's why.
Well, there you go.
Do you know the game Shadow of the Colossus?
I have. Yeah, I know of it. I haven't played it again, but that's There's
Shadow of the Colossus, and then the game before that was Ico, however you want to pronounce it. But those were two games made by the same company that are part of a trilogy, and the third game in the series is The Last Guardian. The Last Guardian was supposed to be on PlayStation 3. It's been in development for since 2000. I want to say 2007, 2008, something like that. So it's been in development for a very long time, and there's a lot of rumors going around. It happens every E3, but there's substantial evidence to show that Last Guardian might finally make an appearance this year. So when it comes to Sony, I'm really hoping for Last Guardian. And that might convince me to get a PS4, honestly, because I loved Shadow of the Colossus. That game is amazing. So I would like to hope that they're going to show off Last Guardian. Bethesda, what are we thinking about Bethesda? Because obviously Fallout has already been announced, and then
we had the little teaser with Doom. So I'm going to be really interested with what they got for that, because that's a game that's been in development for
many years. With that, I would love just because I've been playing Brutal Doom lately, I want to see this Doom be absolutely insane. Brutal Doom is so much fun. I would love to see a Doom title, an official Doom title that's just as fun as that. Microsoft, what about them? What do you think?
Well, all I've really seen is the Oculus talk, and I think they're going to kind of be flashing like new Xbox models with like maybe even a slim model, but like with bigger hard drives. They got the new controller with the fucking 3.5-inch jack, which they could have easily done from the get-go.
Yeah, I know, right? It's so dumb.
No, what can we do to get more money out of people?
Right.
I know, let's put a stupid fucking connection on so they have to buy an adapter to use their fucking headset.
Yeah, that was so dumb.
God. Yeah. Stupid, but I think they're going to have like hardware stuff flying out, and obviously the Oculus connection. In terms of like games for Microsoft, I'm not too sure, to be honest.
I think we'll see Halo 5.
Standard. Yeah.
I kind of think, well, I should. Another thing that they're going to have is they're going to have a PC specific conference too. I forgot about that. But I have an inkling that Microsoft. Well, will they? I have a feeling Microsoft is going to show off Mass Effect. That's a prediction I'm making. Or I would like to see a Mass Effect title. They kind of teased it last year. They just showed off, we're working on some art right now. Here's some concept stuff. But they didn't really talk about it. So I'm thinking this year they'll actually have some gameplay to show for Mass Effect. As far as anything else, I think you're right. They're going to be showing off, new models. They had that 1 terabyte model release that they just had. Also, I think we're going to see pretty much like Kinect is dead. I don't expect to see any Kinect related stuff at all. I really don't.
Kinect 3.0. No.
But I don't see any Kinect related things happening.
Yeah,
I think they're dead.
I reckon with the whole Windows 10 thing and how they're kind of going to have, you know, like the same kind of layout or dashboard, I guess, across platforms, like on
Maybe
PC
show it
and
off.
Xbox. Maybe I don't know whether there'd be more stuff around kind of cross-platform multiplayer stuff. Maybe
That could be interesting. Yeah, talking about like how you can play an Xbox One game with people who are playing it on Windows. They did that once. They did that with Shadowrun back on 360, where you could play it with people who also own Windows Vista. But yeah, I don't think they've really touched it since then.
no. I think just because the whole Windows 10 thing, I think and how they're going to integrate that kind of platform across devices, I think that might be a possibility, and maybe something they will talk about. I don't know.
Yeah. EA. I know I mentioned Mass Effect, but for some reason I feel like Microsoft might try to get like Mass Effect put into the Microsoft conference, and then we'll see maybe more in EA. The new Need for Speed, that'll probably be shown.
Yeah,
we'll probably have sports titles because that's what EA does.
Oh yeah, if they could bring one out that kind of works this time, that'd be great.
That's why I don't care. Like, I'm just like, it's just another year of sports. I really don't care.
Yeah.
But I am kind of interested in the Need for Speed title. I guess they're trying to reboot the franchise. I love Need for Speed. It's like one of my favorite racing titles. But it's not been great lately. I think Hot Pursuit was the last one I really liked, and that was because they got the team from was it Burnout to do it. And they nailed it. But other than that, I haven't been too pleased with any Need for Speed titles lately.
Yeah. What else they got? No doubt they've got Battlefield 17.
Battlefield Mirror's Edge. Mirror's Edge 2. They did just talk about that. That is something I'm interested in. I loved the first game, so I'm super excited to see what they do. And hopefully the next one will be just as amazing. Ubisoft... What is Ubisoft going to show off?
Are they going to be doing what's that? The new Assassin's Creed? Well, we know about that anyway, don't we?
Yeah, I don't care about Assassin's Creed anymore. I've gotten so worn out from Assassin's Creed. I made it through Assassin's Creed 1 and 2, and then by the time I did Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, whatever the other one was, 3, 4, and Unity all had come out, and I was just like, I'm not catching up.
Yeah.
Other than that, maybe another Rayman. I would love another Rayman game. The Rayman Legends and Rayman Origins were both amazing.
Yeah. I'd be looking forward to. I've pre-ordered Rainbow Six Siege and The Division, and I know The Division's been delayed for like another year. Yeah. So hopefully we'll find out more about that.
Right.
But that's really all I'm keeping my eye out for them.
Nintendo. There's only one thing, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again. There's only one thing Nintendo can do to grab my attention to buy a Wii U, and that is 2.5D side-scrolling Metroid. Like, I'm not buying a Wii until that happens, or a Wii U.
Very reasonable. Yeah.
So, in other words, I'm not going to be buying a Wii U. So,
yeah.
Because Metroid has been completely dropped. Like, no, they don't do anything with Metroid anymore, it seems like. If they show up, like, there's rumors Metroid Prime might make a comeback, which is cool. I like Metroid Prime, but it doesn't compare to old school Metroid. So if they made a 2.5D Metroid like they did with the new Donkey Kong games or the new Super Mario Brothers, you have my money, Nintendo. I will buy your Wii U and I will play it. But not
There's
until
someone in the Nintendo office saying, "Did somebody just say you have my money?"
Exactly.
Run! Their ears just pricked up and they're like, "Oh shit!"
Some person that's just like randomly going through YouTube videos and finds this one. It's like, oh, so that's what we've been missing.
God damn it!
Yeah, if they made that, then I would buy a Wii U and I would be so happy. But I have Axiom Verge, which is amazing. So that's that. Square Enix. Tomb Raider?
Yeah, Tomb Raider's going to be a big one. I think that'll be revealed. And
Final Fantasy.
Maybe we'll find out more about the whole developing more or putting more focus on mobile gaming. You remember that? What we talked about a few weeks ago?
Yeah. Although that's Konami that we were talking about. But Square Enix, I think we talked about too, because they had said that they too are focusing on mobile stuff more.
Yeah.
Yeah, Square Enix, I other than like Tomb Raider, I don't have as much faith in them just because I have not been Like I don't know. I've always been a fan of Final Fantasy from Squaresoft, and then it was Square Enix. But anyway, Final Fantasy seems to have gone downhill. So I don't know. Maybe we'll finally get our Final Fantasy VII HD remake. Highly doubt it, but it would probably be something that would, if it was good, regain my faith in Square Enix, I guess. People are probably going to be wanting Kingdom Hearts 3, which I don't play. I haven't played Kingdom Hearts. I have both of them, but I just haven't played them. Yeah. So
see what happens.
Yeah. So those are the big conferences, and then there's the PC conference, which I don't know what they're going to be doing. It's like 3 hours long, where they're just going to be talking about PC specific stuff. So I have no idea if it's going to be hardware or if it's going to be PC exclusive games or what. But I'm interested in seeing what what it's going to be. This is also the first conference where it's like our first E3 with a bunch of conferences from developers and not just hardware makers. Like, it's always been Microsoft, EA, Ubisoft, Sony, Nintendo. But now we have Bethesda and Square Enix and PC having its own conference. So this is a first for those three things. So I'm kind of interested in seeing how that's going to go and what that means for all of those different areas. So it must be pretty big if they're going to have their own conferences. So anyway,
hopefully.
So those are some of our predictions and things that we want to see at E3. Anything else you want to see at E3 that we haven't touched on?
Yeah, I did see a photo on Twitter, and there was a massive lorry that was pulling outside the E3 conference center with Hot Pockets. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing what they've got in store for the menu. What Hot Pockets are they serving up today?
Some Hot Pockets. Oh yeah. Oh my god. No. But I think that's about it. So what are you guys expecting to see from E3? If obviously it's already started, so you'll probably have some more info on it than we do at this moment in time. But what else? What would you have liked to have seen at E3 that maybe you didn't, or what would you like to see that hasn't yet been shown? And then what are you guys' thoughts on the YouTube gaming website and whether it'll be a completely separate thing or if it'll just, obviously migrate what we have to both sites? Are you guys excited to see how that goes? Are you kind of worried or what? Let us know in the comments below. But anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of MonDaiz/MarviDaiz. Thank you, Marv, as always.
Thank you, as always, for having me. It's been a pleasure.
And thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are making this channel happen, and I thank you very much for that. And we will catch you in the next video.